It is finished. The battle is over. He cried. It is finished. There'll be no more war. He cried. It is finished. The end of the conflict. It is finished. And Jesus is Lord. And I said, it is finished. And Jesus is Lord. Say, it is finished. And Jesus is Lord.
O blessed Father of the universe, look down upon this family today and every other day. Keep us from sin and keep us on the path to that great city within. And if it's your will, give mothers a special blessing today. Help them to realize that it is they who represents Noah's Ark, carrying the seeds of generations, from generations to generations. Not only the human family, but from Mother Maya, star of the deep, who has brought forth, impregnated by Father Darkness, the only Son, the light, the Word, or Logo. From the highest existing intelligence down to the last step on the ladder of life, whose mother reared her baby children with love, with selflessness. Teach them how to awaken the same Christ light within, and that they would one day return to that source from whence they came, forever giving thanks to the Father of all gods and humanity, Yahweh. This is my prayer for all mothers. Amen.
This is Radio Bahamas 1540 AM, 104.5 FM, the national voice of the Bahamas, where only the sun covers the Bahamas better. We're broadcasting live from our studios located on Harcourt Rusty Bethel Drive in Centerville, Nassau, Bahamas, transmitting at a power of 50 kilowatts or 50,000 watts on our AM band and 5 kilowatts or 5,000 watts on our FM band. ZNS is operated by the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas. And it is time now for your inspirational song for today. Simeon Alton, Let the Redeemed.
Come on, y'all! Come on, put your hands together. Help me worship the Lord now, man. You've been redeemed. We are the redeemed. Let the redeemed of the Lord say so. Let the redeemed of the Lord say so. All the way to Calvary, Sing it now. Of the Lord. Say so. Yeah. Of the Lord. Say so. Yeah, yeah. All the way to Calvary, Jesus shed his blood for you and me. The redeemed. Say so. I've been redeemed, and I know it, so I could say amen. Job was sick for so long, till the flesh fell from his bones. But Job said, in all my appointed time, I'm gonna wait until my change come. God healed him, delivered him, and gave him double for his trouble. Let the redeemed say, of the Lord, say so. If you've been redeemed, let the Lord say so. Yeah, yeah. All the way to Calvary, Jesus gave his blood for you and me. Let the redeemed say so. They that wait on the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings as eagles. They shall run and not get weary. They shall walk and never faint. Let the redeemed of the Lord say so. If you've been redeemed, say, lift your hand and take it. Tell the Lord, yeah. I've been redeemed. So many dangers, toils, and strife have already come. Grace has brought me safe. I've been redeemed by the blood of the Lamb. No more the path of sin or wrong way. If you've been redeemed, say yeah, yeah. I've been redeemed by the blood of the Lamb. No more the same. Jesus took me in and tell me that I'm his own. Have been redeemed by the blood of the Lamb.
The music of our very own Simeon Alton right there. And Let the Redeemed. Gotta remind you that the Wake Up Bahamas Show is brought to you by none other than the good folks over there at Bahamas First General Insurance. For insurance you can count on is Bahamas First Insurance today, tomorrow. Check them out online at bahamasfirst.com, or you can email them. Ask us at bahamasfirst.com. And of course, the Wake Up Bahamas Show brought to you by Commonwealth Bank. Pay less, save more, consolidate today. Commonwealth Bank is your leader in personal banking services. Is also being brought to you by BTC. Sign up for a BTC FiberNet plan and elevate your internet experience. Go up to 50% savings in internet speeds starting at 100 megabits per second for only $48.99 plus VAT. Call 225-5282, or you can visit www.btcbahamas.com to upgrade or sign up today. The Wake Up Bahamas Show being brought to you by Miami Back and Neck Specialist. That's where you find the good doctor, Dr. Bruce Savannah. He takes care of the professional athletes and the other doctors as well. Now, if you need to see him, you know Daisy gives out her phone number. Just give Daisy a call. She can get you in and hook you up to see the doc if you're suffering from any of that back and or neck pain. 305-519-5155 is Daisy's cell, or the office number is 305-467-5678. The Wake Up Bahamas Show brought to you by NUA Insurance. Here is where you find the agents and the brokers who have been helping Bahamian families and businesses with all of their insurance needs for more than 50 years. I keep telling you, these guys know exactly what they're doing. Once you sign up for the service and something goes wrong, you're going to call their first response number, 302-9100. You can WhatsApp them for a quote at 801-2682 or email them. Ask us at nuainsurance.com. The Wake Up Bahamas Show. Also brought to you by Marlin Marine. Through blackouts and storms, Marlin Marine and Generac keep your power on. With home and backup generators as low as $2,950. You choose which items you want on, or you can power your whole home. It's up to you. Visit marlinmarine.com or call 393-7873 and never lose power again. And, of course, the Wake Up Bahamas Show is being brought to you by Alive. On the Alive Network and downloaded the new and improved List Rewards app. Well, get redeeming and enjoy great savings at some of your favorite local vendors every day. Follow the List Rewards on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to find out more. The time is now 7:07 in the morning. And, of course, today is a solemn day. Today is a day when we remember the Most Honorable Arthur D. Hanna. And, of course, he will be laid to rest today. All week, our music has been adjusted to accommodate what this week means to us as we celebrate the life of the late Most Honorable Arthur D. Hanna. It's time now for our nugget of hope. And this I'm going to give to you. We are in the midst of a global pandemic. Seemingly, there is death all around us. I mean, every time you go on social media, there's some reason to say, rest in peace. But even in the midst of all of this, as we remember families that have lost family members, whether it's to COVID or to something else, let's be mindful that we are called to be our brothers and sisters' keeper. And let's deliberately and intentionally spread love. Make it deliberate, make it intentional, but spread it all the same. That was today's nugget of hope. That was something for you and something for me too. 7:09 is the time. Good morning. It's time now for Today in Bahamian History. On this date, August 26th, back in the year 1885, the cornerstone of St. Francis Xavier Roman Catholic Church was laid. On this date, back in 1933, Cuba's ex-president, General Gerardo Machado, left the colony for Bermuda on the SS Lady Rodney. August 26, 1935, the first meeting of the Chamber of Commerce was held in the Masonic Hall. R.T. Simonet was elected president. August 26, 1942, Glenn Rogers was found guilty and sentenced to 14 years for setting fire to Bay Street on June 28th. The fire of 1942 destroyed 11 buildings and resulted in damages estimated at £200,000. On this date, back in 1955, the Reverend William Rhodes, chairman of the District of Methodist Churches in the Bahamas since May 52, drowned while swimming at Harbor Island. On this date, back in 1959, the first Congress organized by the Bahamas Union of Teachers was held at the Southern Senior High School. August 25th, 1971, the Bahamian dollar went on par with the U.S. dollar. August 26th, in the year 2000, the man described as the father of the nation, former Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Sir Lyndon Pindling, died after a 4-year battle with prostate and bone cancer. He was 70 years old. And that was today in Bahamian history. Coming up next is your health tip, being brought to you by the Public Hospitals Authority. 7:11 is the time. Good morning.
Did you know wearing face masks in public, maintaining social distancing, sanitizing workspaces and surfaces in the home, and frequent hand washing can help prevent the spread of COVID-19? COVID-19 is a new strain of coronavirus that can cause various respiratory symptoms ranging from mild illness to severe illness and even death. Common symptoms include fever and coughing. In more severe cases, COVID-19 infection can cause pneumonia and trouble breathing. Persons with chronic health conditions like asthma, cystic fibrosis, cancer, high blood pressure, diabetes, or heart disease are at higher risk of experiencing severe illness if they contract COVID-19. If you or someone you know has symptoms of COVID-19, or if you think that you have been exposed to someone with COVID-19, please call the COVID-19 hotline at 311 or call your doctor's office immediately. This message has been brought to you by the Public Hospitals Authority.
Elevate your home with BTC Superfast Fiber Internet plans for the best speeds to stay connected. Get 50% more savings with us and speeds starting at 100 megabits per second up to 600 megabits per second. Enjoy the ultimate internet experience for all your work, study, and entertainment needs. Plus, get unlimited mobile benefits when you add it to your home internet plan. Upgrade or sign up today. Visit any BTC store or btcbahamas.com. Conditions apply.
Hey, have you heard about the Bahamas Credit Union? They're inspired to build a better people, coming together for one common goal. They're inspired to build a brighter future. They will show you the way you need to go. Join the credit union. We help to make your dreams your reality. Join the credit union. We teach you to save for financial stability. Join the credit union. We make life easy for you and your family. Yeah. Credit union. Build a better world. Bahamas Credit Unions. People helping people to help themselves. Dial 302-0100 for more information.
We live in a hurricane zone, so safety, security, and protection of our homes and businesses is very important. That's why We Buy, You Sell, the Hurricane Impact Window and Door Specialists, offers 100% fully laminated hurricane impact windows and doors designed to withstand all category storms. Our prices are 30 to 50% lower than our competitors. We also sell porcelain, mosaic, and plank tiles. Visit our showroom and let our trained, certified staff cater to your needs. We Buy, You Sell. Located number 163 Robinson Road in the old Hasties building. Call 324-6427 or 698-1141. That's 324-6427 or 698-1141. Don't get blown away this hurricane season. Visit us today.
Hey, have you heard about the Bahamas Credit Union? They're inspired to build a better people, coming together for one common goal. They're inspired to build a brighter future. They will show you the way you need to go. Join the credit union. We help to make your dreams your reality. Join the credit union. We teach you to save for financial stability. Join the credit union. We make life easy for you and your family. Yeah. Credit union. Build a better world. Bahamas Credit Unions. People helping people to help themselves. Dial 302-0100 for more information.
Wake up every morning. Wake up every morning. Wake up every morning with the Wake Up Bahamas show.
Oh, there's a man in my soul that keeps about Jesus. Talk about Jesus. The man. Talk about Jesus. Cause the great. Talk about Jesus. His side. To the blind. Talk about Jesus. Little dad. Talk about Jesus. He talk about Jesus. Pastor. Talk about Jesus. Visit me. Talk about Jesus. Drink a bit of cup. From sin. I'm gonna put on my whole armor. Take my place. Still my bended knees. To see my Savior's face. Oh yes. Talk, talk, but Jesus. Talk, 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 but Jesus. Talk, talk, but Jesus. Cause you've been so good to me. Sing, sing, sing. About Jesus. Sing, sing, sing. About Jesus. Sing, sing, sing. About Jesus. Because you've been so good to me. Jesus. About Jesus. Who walk about Jesus. On the bosom of the raging sea. About Jesus. Jesus. Who died for me. Oh yes. About Jesus. Jesus. Who robbed with arms of his love. This thing into my hands. I've got a home of above.
And now, here's a message from Bishop Neil C. Ellis.
It is so good to know that God will not.
All my life I've gone the wrong direction. Out for number one, and that was me. Now I finally made the right connection. 'Cause number one is looking out for me. Well, he's my number one. He's looking out for me. Number one, and he's always gonna be. Jesus loves me, yes I know. For the Bible says the number one, he's looking out for me. Late last night I was driving home from Nashville. Warm inside my car, I fell asleep. I almost died a fool when he awoke me. 'Cause number one is looking out for me. Well, he's my number one. He's looking out for me. Number one, he's always gonna be. 'Cause Jesus loves me, yes I know. For the Bible says the number one, he's looking out for me. Yeah. Well, the hardest thing for me is trusting someone, believing someone cares that much for me. But now that Jesus saved me, I can tell you that number one is looking out for me. Well, he's my number one, looking out for me. Yes, he is number one. He's always gonna be. 'Cause Jesus loves me, yes I know. For the Bible says the number one, he's looking out for me. Yeah. Number one, looking out for me.
Music in right there from Priska Burrows. And of course, number one is looking out for me. And it is time now to head on over to the phone lines. It's time once again for your wake-up call. If you're calling from Nassau, 325-540-345. If you're calling from the Family of Islands, 242-300-8255. And before we go any further, let's go here in my group. Gotta say, a very special good morning and a happy birthday is going out to Mr. Ronald Sims, Ministry of Tourism, and of course a worker here. He is my co-worker here at the Big Z. Ronald, on behalf of everybody, wishing you the happiest of birthdays, and of course coming in from your friends, your family, from your children, your grandchildren, from everybody that loves you, including me, Barefoot. Have a happy birthday. And let's head on over to the phone lines. Good morning. You made it in.
Yes, good morning. I'd like to say a special good morning. Happy birthday request going to Brenda Paydier, who's celebrating her birthday today. And that's from a beautiful daughter, her sisters, her brothers, nieces, nephews, in-laws, family, and friends. Especially your cousin Ingrid Rumor. Brenda, wishing you a happy birthday. And also to my friend Dolly Nixon, happy birthday from Ingrid Roman. A special good morning to my mom, Miss Paula Roman. That's from Ingrid. Thank you.
All right, Ingrid. Good morning. You made it in.
Good morning, Shelley. How you doing?
I'm good.
Okay, I want to say condolence out to the family of my friend Jenny of Hammersmith, Long Island. And that's coming from the staff of Lloyd Sporting Lounge and all the pool players. And that's coming from the pool track, David Warren, Life King. Have a nice day, Shelley.
All right, take care of yourself. Good morning. You made it in.
Good morning, Bahamas, and good morning to Lady Hope Shelley-Ann. I'd like to take time out now to wish a good friend of mine happy wedding anniversary. That is Sultan Taunton and Marolita Taunton. Also, guess who's celebrating today? Yours truly. And I do hope and trust that the Lord will continue, that I live longer, that I'll be able to see some more wedding anniversary with love. I am Dr. N.B. Cash, Esquire.
All right, take care. Good morning. You made it in. Wake up.
Yes, good morning. This is Long Island calling, and be a beautiful here with overcast sky. I want to send happy birthday greetings to my son Enrico in Nassau.
All right, and what's your name?
This is from. He is 21 today, and also with our Prime Minister, Lyndon Penling.
Okay, all right. Take care of yourself now.
Yeah, so don't forget to enjoy the rest of the day.
All right, take care, and thank you for calling Long Island. Make sure you call us again, okay?
All right, appreciate it. I always listen to you.
Well, thank you. God bless you.
You have a beautiful voice, and you always wake me up with good spirit to waken.
Well, thank you, sir. Keep me in your prayers, okay?
All right, thank you, too.
Take care. Good morning. You made it in. Wake up!
Good morning, Shirley-Ann. I would like to wake up Ellis from Neutral. I want to have fun.
Okay, I'm going to need you to call me back. That phone is doing something crazy. Good morning. You made it in. Wake up!
Yes, good morning, Shirley-Ann. How are you doing? I just want to wake up my pastor, Pastor Gerard Allen, here in Topham, and his lovely wife, Lucy. And also I'd like to wake up Ivor Hall over in Rocktown. And also I'd like to wake up Walter Shelby Cook at the Washer House. I know he's there listening. And also I'd like to wake up Boosie Hall, Dougie Smith, Gary Ingram, and his lovely wife, Diana. And also I'd like to wake up Kevin Carey and Mr. and Mrs. Peter Carey here in Topham Bay. And also I'd like to wake up my husband, Bradley Brown, here, and all the staff of Vanessa's Kitchen. And I'm so waiting for you. Enjoy your day. Be safe over there.
All right, take care. Good morning. You made it in. Wake up.
Yes, I was in Benton, Pastor Horton. Missy Bunny, Lionel Anderson.
Okay, I don't know what's happening with her phone, but it's not working for you this morning. I don't know what that line is doing. 7:26 is the time, and it's time for us to head on over to Mount Tabor, where we find Bishop Neil C. Ellis and your word for today.
And now, here's a message from Bishop Neil C. Ellis.
It is so good to know that God will not allow the enemy to attack you or to tempt you without the covering of the Holy Spirit. But let me remind you, attacks will come. let me assure you, temptations will come. But God, hallelujah, will not allow you to be attacked or tempted by the enemy without first covering you with the power and the presence of the Holy Spirit. That means then, if he leads you into it, he'll bring you out of it. And when he does, you'll be better, wiser, and stronger.
What a powerful word for you this morning. 7:27 is the time. We're getting ready for news over the Bahamas Radio Network. Keep it locked and loaded. Definitely stick and stay. We are 1540 AM Power 104.5 FM, the national voice of the Bahamas. We are also Inspiration 107.9 and 810 AM The Light over there in Freeport, Grand Bahama. The time is now 7:30 in the morning. News is next over the Bahamas Radio Network.
Giving birth to ZNS Radio Bahamas, taking the news to the nation and the nation to the world.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Rubis. Rubis Ultratech Fuels. It's just better.
Another day in paradise. This is the ZNS Morning Report for Thursday, August 26, 2021. I'm Lloyd Allen. Corey Smith is my technical producer. Ahead, PAHO weighing in on the country's upcoming election among a rise in COVID cases, plus 2 shootings overnight resulting in a death, and a major thrust toward advancement on Long Island. The details of these stories and more when the Morning Report returns.
Life is better with Rubis Rewards. Just fuel up and swipe for your chance to win free fuel, cash back in our stores, restaurant and store discounts from our partners, plus prizes and surprises. It doesn't get better than this. Your Rubis Reward tag is free at every Rubis service station in New Providence. Get yours today. Rubis, it's just better.
Elevate your home with BTC Superfast Fiber Internet plans for the best speeds to stay connected. Get 50% more savings with us and speeds starting at 100 megabits per second up to 600 megabits per second. Enjoy the ultimate internet experience for all your work, study, and entertainment needs. Plus, get unlimited mobile benefits when you add it to your home internet plan. Upgrade or sign up today. Visit any BTC store or btcbahamas.com. Conditions
That
apply.
portion of the news was brought to you by Rubis. Rubis Ultratech Fuels. It's just better.
This is the morning report. Many Bahamian residents out there eyeing a rise in COVID-19 cases as the general election nears. A common concern among some, whether the September 16 voting day will turn out to be the super spreader event many were hoping to avoid, while Pan American Health Organization officials adding their voice to the conversation, acknowledging the right of countries to both carry out their election processes and prioritize health care. Relying on data from regional countries which have gone forward with their election processes, PAHO Director of Health Emergencies, Dr. Cairo Ugarte, says the trends show something worthy to note.
We've seen that the higher transmission occurs during the campaign rather than in the day of the elections. So it is important to avoid situations where the physical distancing is very difficult to maintain. And in that regards, to use masks all the time, and of course, use also other measures, including the hand sanitation and others.
Dr. Ugarte also putting forward some recommendations on how the general election can be carried out safely.
It is also important to have the electoral committees to organize the election day in a way that the persons will maintain physical distancing and reduce the transmission on the surfaces, for example, that the persons may touch. Those and several other recommendations, including communication to the persons who will be facilitating the process and also the population who will go to vote.
And the voters' registry has yet to be certified as this will remain the case for another few days. In this report, our Kelsey Johnson tells us the steps being taken to make this happen.
Purging of the voter register for the upcoming general election, an ongoing process with every expectation that it will be made official in 9 days. This considering the official register must be completed 15 days after the reading of the writ and the dissolution of the House of Assembly. Officials at the Parliamentary Registration Department are working feverishly to complete the register ahead of the general election set for September 16, 2021. Parliamentary Commissioner Lavardo Duncanson breaks down those registered.
That number comprised of some 29,143 individuals for Family Islands. That number includes some 30,925 for the island of Grand Bahama, and that number includes some 134,479 persons for the island of New Providence, which gives us, as of today's date, and it is subject to change because the exercise continues, that's a total of 194,547. What is noteworthy is that the persons up to today's date who would have been added to the register since 2017 comprise of some 20,400 plus individuals.
Those numbers also include those voting in the advanced polls on September 9th. Application deadlines for the advanced polls is August 27th. This in the case of all overseas voters, and September 4th for residents in New Providence and Grand Bahama. Duncanson explains why advanced polls will not be held on the Family Islands.
Family Island registered voters are scheduled to vote during the general election. As we can appreciate, the numbers within the Family Islands are not presenting themselves in the amount that it would on the islands of New Providence and Grand Bahama if an individual is a student overseas, if an individual comprised of one of the government agencies by way of employment, and if that individual hails from one of the family of islands. It is at that time that such an individual from the family island will be permitted to vote in an overseas location.
Some 23 locations were also listed, 10 in New Providence, 4 in Grand Bahama, and 9 overseas voting locations, inclusive of London, England, Ottawa, Canada, Kingston, Jamaica, Port of Spain, Trinidad, Bridgetown, Barbados, Washington, D.C., New York City, Atlanta, and Miami in the USA. A Houston location is also being considered. Persons eligible to vote at the advanced poll are election agents, poll workers, uniform branch officers, seniors over the age of 65, candidates and their spouses, students studying abroad, and those traveling before the election or living overseas. Kelsey Johnson, ZNS Network News.
Well, thanks a lot, Kelsey. Well, the Ministry of Health's latest release revealing 102 new cases of COVID-19 in the country. 87 here on New Providence, 5 apiece on Grand Bahama and Long Island, 2 each on Eleuthera and Andros, and 1 on Bimini and Cat Key. 60 of the newly confirmed cases are women with 24 men. Now, nationwide, the count stands at 17,717. Hospitalizations have also increased from 136 to 147, 19 of those in the intensive care unit. 2,819 cases remain active. There have been 630 new recoveries, bringing that total to 14,419. The COVID-19 death toll is now at 343. And at least 100 Bahamians have secured jobs at a $55 million project in Western New Providence. Jiminy
This is the ZNS Network, providing radio and high-definition television services for the entire Bahamas. ZNS Network is operated by the Broadcasting Corporation of the Bahamas. It is located at Harcourt Rusty Bethel Drive, Centerville, Nassau. Our programming is designed to inform, educate, and entertain. We invite you to join us.
It's Thursday, August 26, 2021, and the morning edition is live. On today's show, a daring daylight shooting has left a man dead. A former governor general to be laid to rest today. We explore the history of a snap general election and find out why tumblers are hot sellers this season. So let's start the morning off right. waiting for things to happen. Go out and make them. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Morning Edition. I'm LaDawn Davis.
I'm Desmond Sanders, and that's right. I want to be among the people who make things happen.
Definitely,
among that
definitely.
group, right?
And we have a great show coming up for
a great
our
lineup,
viewers this morning.
A great lineup this morning. Traffic in just a few minutes, but power has been restored in some areas of South Beach. Some areas of Wolf Road, they're still without power, so for viewers listening, BPL is working on to restore powers in some areas of the community as impacted by that weather we had, that wicked weather we had on Monday. So
I know you said in Pinewood, but that's South Beach and Pinewood where you live. They've been having...
My electricity is still off, so hopefully today we can get some electricity and power. BPL, if your representatives are listening, you can do something about that.
And I know you did a story on the snap election.
Right. We have Dr. Christopher Curry is going to be providing an historical analysis on early elections. As you know, the Prime Minister ended speculation, weeks of speculation, by announcing the date for general election, September 16th. And you and I are going to be busy for the next 2 days, right?
Yeah, definitely busy.
Going all over the New Providence and some areas of the Family Islands, bringing the information as it relates to nominations. And so it's going to be interesting.
Very interesting day tomorrow. So I know you have a trivia question
Yes,
for our
I got the
viewers this
trivia
morning.
question. Which sport is dubbed the king of sports? You want to take a guess?
Sailing. I'm going to go with
We're going to find out at the end of the show. But let me give you the number, 502-3870. And if you're lucky, we have a gift certificate or a gift from Janae's going to be giving you that. So which sport is dubbed the king of sports? 502-3870. What we're going to do is head to the streets, find out how traffic is looking for this morning. Corporal Patrick Camp joining us live. Good morning.
Good morning, LaDawn, and good morning, Mr. Sanders. Again, this is a good day to be here. I'm speaking to you from the downtown area, Rawson Square, where today we are going to be having a state funeral for the late and most honorable Arthur D. Hanna, former Governor General, Deputy Prime Minister, Cabinet Minister, parliamentarian. I've had the pleasure of coming in contact with Mr. Hanna, and it has been an honor. He will be sadly missed, one of our truly great Bahamian persons. And the traffic congestions in this area, in the downtown area, should be expected. And I want to give the motoring public heads up that if you're traveling in the Bay Street area to commute to where you're going to go, to utilize any alternative route, as you may expect the traffic to be heavy in this area. Traffic also will be diverted in the wharf that brings you out to the East Street area to continue east on Bay Street. Today is truly a blessed day. It's a sad day. And back to you in studios, LaDawn and Mr. Sanders.
Thank you very much, Corporal Patrick Camp, giving us the details of what's happening traffic-wise. Currently, 79 degrees, partly sunny conditions, winds east, 5 miles per hour, humidity 88%, and the pressure 29.97. Variably cloudy, warm, and humid conditions in the weather today, with a few widely scattered showers and isolated thunderstorms during the day. Mainly fair and warm at night, with a stray shower or two possible. Small craft caution will be in effect. Winds east to southeast, 15 to 20 knots. Seas are 4 to 6 feet over the ocean. The high temperature today, 90 degrees Fahrenheit, 32 degrees Celsius. Take a look at your extended forecast right here for you. There we go. Friday, a shower in the AM, breezy conditions, 89 degrees. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, a mix of clouds and sunshine.
Many Bahamians keeping a close eye on a rise in COVID-19 cases as the general election nears. A common concern among some whether the September 16th voting day will turn out to be the super spreader event many were hoping to avoid. While Pan American Health Organization officials adding their voice to the conversation, acknowledging the right of countries to both carry out their election processes and prioritize healthcare, relying on data from regional countries which have gone forward with their election processes. Officials say these trends show something worthy to note.
We've seen that the higher transmission occurs during the campaign rather than in the day of the elections. So it is important to avoid situations where the physical distancing is very difficult to maintain. And in that regards, to use masks all the time, and of course, use also other measures, including the hand sanitation and others.
Purging of the voter register for the upcoming general election is an ongoing process with the expectation that it will be official in 9 days. This considering the official register must be completed 15 days after the reading of the writ and the dissolution of the House of Assembly. Officials at the Parliamentary Registration Department are working feverishly to complete the register ahead of the general election set for September 16th. Parliamentary Commissioner Lovato Duncanson gave this breakdown.
That number comprised of some 29,143 individuals for Family Islands. That number includes some 30,925 for the island of Grand Bahama, and that number includes some 134,479 persons for the island of New Providence, which gives us, as of today's date, and it is subject to change because the exercise continues, that's a total of 194,547. What is noteworthy is that the persons up to today's date who would have been added to the register since 2017 comprise of some 20,400 plus individuals.
The Ministry of Health's latest release revealing 102 new cases of COVID-19 in the country, 87 here in New Providence, 5 apiece in Grand Bahama and Long Island, 2 each in Eleuthera and Andros, and 1 in Bimini and Cat Key. 60 of the newly confirmed are women. The nationwide count now stands at 17,717. Hospitalizations have increased from 136 to 147, 19 of those in the intensive care unit. 2,819 cases remain active. There have been 630 new recoveries, bringing that total to 14,419. The COVID-19 death toll is 343. West End Love Estates is the newest project rising out of the ground in western New Providence. The development, a 4-phase plan, is pegged at an investment of $55 million. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Public Works, the Honorable Desmond Bannister, toured the multi-acre property on Wednesday.
Range pricing project, which is very affordable. And is based on what I've seen with respect to the engineering works, the elevation, it's well thought out concept. And as you can see, the neighborhood is very, very desirable for people to live in. So it is an honor for me to be able to come and see this type of confidence that investors have in the Bahamas.
Officials at the National Insurance Board are asking those with expired smart cards not to throw them away. Registration manager Lolita Bodie says those cards are still valid. In fact, processing continues despite face-to-face service being suspended.
We are encouraging our registrants to continue to use their expired NIB card for whatever business they deem necessary, both private or public. Where necessary, National Insurance has also communicated with the government agencies and private agencies, allowing them to call into us or send an email confirming that the expired card is indeed still valid.
A daring daylight shooting on Quintine Alley off Wolf Road has left 1 man dead, and police are now searching for answers. According to Press Liaison Officer Assistant Police Superintendent Audley Peters, the victim was leaving a business establishment when 2 armed men approached him and opened fire. The man who was shot about the body was transported to hospital via a private vehicle. An intense investigation into that matter continues. Former Governor General, the Most Honorable Arthur Hanna, to be laid to rest today. The state funeral will be held 11 a.m. at Christ Church Cathedral, George Street. Interment will follow at St. Matthew's Cemetery, Sholey, and Church Streets. That service will be carried live on the ZNS Network at 10 a.m. this morning. And when we come back, find out what tumblers are up for the taking. You're watching The Morning Edition.
Activate your power with the new Scotia Card MasterCard Debit. Experience the power of convenience with speedy payments made with a simple tap. Feel the power of safety with enhanced security from our chip and pin technology, which grants you extra protection at the ATM, online, and at point of sale protection. Your access is granted. Make purchases here or when you choose to travel with priceless MasterCard offers. Activate your power with the new Scotiabank MasterCard debit card.
Everything is changing, and your favorite hardware and home improvement store is getting with the program. We Buy You Sell is rolling out its new online shopping feature. If you go to our website, wbusbahamas.com, it's a quick and easy 3-step process. Step 1, browse the gallery and select your item. Step 2, add to cart. And Step 3, check out. Go to our website, wbusbahamas.com, to shop with us today.
That's why we got the...
Welcome back. The nation's chief ended weeks of speculation by announcing the date for the next general election, September 16th this year. Well, ZNS News spoke to a leading historian who provided an historical analysis on early elections.
It's a discussion that has been circulating in the public domain for quite some time. Successive governments have even declared its intention to bring it into law. The issue of fixed dates for general elections. Associate Professor of History at the University of the Bahamas, Dr. Christopher Curry says, while fixed dates for general elections bodes well for democracy, early elections are not a new phenomenon in the Bahamas.
We've had snap elections before, or at least early elections, maybe not snap. We had a general election, interestingly, in 1968, 15 months after the historic 1967 election. That was a political gamble on the part of Pinling because the PLP actually had lost a by-election in May of 1967 for Crooked Island. And so the thought, I think, that sort of steered Pinling towards a general election rather than a by-election was that he would rather gamble the entire party and its legacy on a general election than to have to lose a single by-election. I'd say other than that, of course, 72 was also a constricted period where you only had 4 years between the 68 election and then the 72 election. So that certainly was another election where you didn't have the full 5-year period running out.
The Prime Minister ended weeks of speculation by announcing the date for the next general election, September 16th this year.
And one lesson, is that, the voters should always be prepared and that you should try as soon as you can to register to vote. There were a few people who are now disenfranchised because they were not prepared for a snap election being called. And that is one big lesson that we should learn, is always be prepared.
This year's general election will be closely watched by political observers everywhere. This next general election comes under unprecedented circumstances as the COVID-19 crisis continues to impact the globe.
How are we going to social distance when lining up to go into a polling booth, a polling station? How are you going to manage the possibility of crowds? Nomination day is on Friday. How do you prevent the usual fanfare, if I could say it like that usually accompanies nomination day? Because we're dealing with a snap election where the parties only had about 4 weeks to prepare. And then on top of that, you have this ominous COVID-19 pandemic.
And it is under these unique circumstances, the professor is encouraging Bahamians everywhere to follow the COVID-19 protocols and exercise their democratic right to vote.
Thanks a lot, Desmond. Well, this summer has been one of the hottest in recent years, and tumblers have become quite popular in ensuring that you stay cool at this time. The morning team tracked down the owners of Bees Creations to talk about the different customized tumblers on display and why you should take one off the market.
A lot of persons are doing tumblers, but we wanted to add our own little flair to it.
Giving customers quality tumblers for their money is what Irvinique Store strives on through her small business, Bees Creations. The educator offers personalized tumblers that are trendy, unique in style, color, and presentation. The new entrepreneur who birthed her business amidst the pandemic stopped by our ZNS studios on Tuesday to give us an inside look at the tumblers now up for grabs.
We started off with more personalized tumblers with your name, your images, your favorite quotes. We went out and we did something off the wall and we did our ice toppers. And then when election season was announced, we jumped straight into it because we knew that this was the moment. So we specialized in tumblers for every party, Even for independent candidates, if they want it, we can make it for them. Persons love the name brands. For the summer, we had our drink theme ones. Persons love those. And now our ice toppers are for sure the way to go. Everyone has the plain tumblers. They want to step out and shine, so now they're investing in the ice.
Hundreds of Bahamians have already caught some of the honey products from Beats Creations through the tumblers. But Irvinique says there is some more sweetness where that came from.
One product that we've invested in is our earrings. We have round earrings, and we also have them in teardrop shape. We have invested in our keychains, so you can get your personalized keychains. We've also invested in sanitizers. You can get it with whatever you want on it, whether it's your name, your image. We had an order for a church and also a school that did a bundle. And then, of course, we have our plates that you can put in your car, on your fence, on your home. If you want to represent a political party, if you just want to represent your child to say happy birthday, whatever it is. Outside of this, we also offer shirts, masks, mugs. We have a wide variety of products.
But investing in long-lasting tumblers comes with a lot of hard work. Irvinique gave us a little lesson on how to bake the tumblers and get them just right.
It takes about 10 minutes to bake each tumbler, but it takes a few hours to design the actual process. So we start off with a blank white tumbler. We create our design 100%. We don't buy, we don't recreate. We put our effort completely into whatever it is that you want. We make it, we print it out, and then we go through a whole baking process to wrap it and bake it into the actual mug itself. So what you see on here, you can touch it, you can rub it, you cannot feel it. It is sealed in there and it will not fade away.
The commissioning of a much-anticipated water plant set to benefit multiple settlements across Long Island. Executive Chairman for the Bahamas Water and Sewage Corporation, Adrian Gibson.
This will be the commissioning of the Phase 1 and 2 of the Water Extension Caribbean Development Bank project that we've been working on now for the last 3 years. In Phase 1, we had 2 lots, and those works will see some 18.9 miles. That's 96,014 feet of pipe that was laid, and more than 300 service connections. So we're going to have hundreds and hundreds of beneficiaries. And then, of course, you have, in that project, a bit over $5 million. Then you have Phase 2, which is Lots 3 and 4. Lots 3 and 4, those works are now complete, and that led to more than 200 service connections.
Well, the National Emergency Management Agency has received an $8,000 grant from the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Coordinating Unit, who in turn received the grant from the European Union. Now, a portion of the funding was used to purchase additional handheld radios to further enhance Family Island operations like command center, shelters, and ground operations. According to NEMA Director Captain Stephen Russell, the agency submitted a series of requests to CDEMA for project funding, and it was approved for 3 projects, the first of which has now been carried out.
And as we head to the break, we take a look back at the day in Bahamian history. On August 26, 1971, the Bahamian dollar went on par with the United States dollar. Also on August 26, 2000, the man described as the father of the nation, former Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Sir Lyndon Henling, died after a 4-year battle with prostate and bone cancer. He was 70 years old.
Getting your kids back to school is as easy as 1, 2, 3 with Omni Financial. Receive up to $3,000 in 48 hours at reduced fees with Omni Flash Cash. Pick up those back-to-school supplies with any of our financing partners or send money worldwide to any of our 4 remittance brands with Omni Money Transfers. Visit any of our Omni locations throughout the Bahamas. Omni Financial for all your back-to-school financial needs and more.
Activate your power with the new Scotia Card MasterCard Debit for a chance to win a brand new 2021 Toyota RAV4. Every spend gives you an instant entry to qualify. Shop online, at the gas station, or at any POS machine for your chance to win. Competition runs from now until August 31. Activate your power and win with the new Scotia Card MasterCard Debit. Approved under Section 61G of the Gaming Act 2014. Applicable to Bahamas only.
Senior high school student athletes dealt another blow. The Ministry of Education's decision to start the new academic year virtually, hampering many of those in need of times, distances, and actual footage to send to tertiary institutions abroad for potential scholarships. Now, national team coach and president of Jumpers Incorporated, Peter Pratt, offered up this advice.
They have to have the mind to work within themselves and to do as much as possible by themselves and to at least seek some advice from one of the coaches or one of their favorite coaches, or get some information from some books if they do not want a coach, and to study themselves and work on their own, really seriously work on their own, because they will not have the guidance that they necessarily would have had not the pandemic been here.
Well, still to come, we take a look at a workbook designed to help you follow the right path in life by using godly principles. That and a whole lot more up next.
Activate your power with the new ScotiaCard MasterCard Debit. Experience the power of convenience with speedy payments made with a simple tap. Feel the power of safety with enhanced security from our chip and pin technology, which grants you extra protection at the ATM, online, and at point of sale protection. Your access is granted. Make purchases here or when you choose to travel with priceless MasterCard offers. Activate your power with the new Scotiabank MasterCard Debit Card. Activate your power with the new ScotiaCard MasterCard Debit for a chance to win a brand new 2021 Toyota RAV4. Every spend gives you an instant entry to qualify. Shop online, at the gas station, or at any POS machine for your chance to win. Competition runs from now until August 31. Activate your power and win with the new ScotiaCard MasterCard Debit. Approved under Section 61G of the Gaming Act 2014. Applicable to Bahamas only.
Cruise Port CEO Mike Morrow Jr. has been named